All right, so I'm going to go through some basic computer maintenance. I've seen a lot of computers and a lot of people that do not update their computers. I can understand you not updating like your drivers, but regular Windows updates. This is maintenance. You want to do this. You need to do this. It's very important to do this. So, quick video. So, this is a computer I have. It's probably the only one I don't update constantly, and it's running Windows 10. How do I know it's running Windows 10? If you come to the bottom here and you type about and you hit enter, you can see the details of the computer. So I named it Lenovo Tiny because that's the model. It's an Intel Core i5 6500. i5 is good, 6500 is not. It's old. It needs to say an 8 or higher to run Windows 11. So this computer will not run Windows 11. Why is that important? Sometime next year, Windows 10 will no longer have support. It's end of life. So, excuse me, next year, this computer, technically, I should not use it anymore, especially online. Offline, you could get away with it. Online, next year, when Windows 10 is no longer supported, you really should not use that computer anymore. It should be gone. Just saying, security reasons should be gone. So this computer, technically, security reasons gone. Now, what we're gonna do is you got to be visual. You got to look. If you notice already, there's this little icon here with a little red dot. That's probably telling me that it already has Windows updates that need to be installed. So we're going to click on this. If you see this, just click on it. It says right here, restart required. Your device is missing important security and quality fixes. So it's already got stuff here. It's already downloaded and everything. It's telling me restart the computer. So what am I going to do? I'm going to restart the computer. So go ahead and restart it. I'm going to probably lose remote control over it. So I'm going to pause the video for a minute. Also want to say when this is running updates like this, pay attention to the blue screen. It says getting Windows ready. Do not stop it. Do not turn the computer off. Do not do anything. You will and can damage your computer. All right, so I haven't lost connection yet, but it's saying 30% complete. Do not turn off your computer. Again, just be patient. All right, so updates were installed. Computer's back up and running. So I'm done, right? No. You got to run it again and again and again. You have to repeat this process if you have not been keeping up with your updates. So right now, I'm going to go on the computer. There's several ways. I'm going to say the easiest way is just click in the search box, type update. Before you could even finish, it's going to pop up. Just hit enter. The computer's going to come up. It's going to say check for updates. Yes. Click on it. Let's see what it finds. If it finds nothing, then look at your drivers because you still have to update drivers. I recommend you update anything that is needed, anything that says optional. What I mean by optional is like anything that's not an official update. If it says it's like a pre-update or something like that, I wouldn't worry about it. Now you notice, I just updated the computer. I did another check. Now it's got more updates. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 updates. But now let's take a look at the drivers. So right here you have view optional updates. Now this isn't Windows 10. Windows 11 is going to be a little bit different. But you click right here, view optional updates. It says right here drivers. So let's get the little tick there. There we go. Look at all these drivers I haven't installed. Now me personally, I'll be a little careful with certain drivers, especially if they have the exact same name. You might want to do the one with the lower number first. None of these look like they're doubled up except for this one. So I might be a little worried about this one. So I'm going to skip those two for now. Let's do all of these. And let's just add them to the downloads. So they should download. They can install all of these. Now, if they fail like this one did, that's fine. Next reboot or next time you get a chance, you retry it. Just get as much as possible installed and deal with any of the retries afterwards. Now, what's going to happen? You're going to see two things. Download. Once it's downloaded, it's going to install it. You're going to see some of these disappear. That's normal. You notice right now it says here restart now. I'm going to restart when they're all done. So this one right now is saying 5%. This one's saying pending reinstall. That was a download error. And computer just bugged out. So it's probably doing some restarts and everything. So give it a second. All right, I'm back in. Now, keep in mind, I am remotely accessing this computer. I am not actually in front of this computer. So all it did was kick me off the remote session while I was doing some updating. That's nothing you're going to run into. That's just me because this computer is actually not even the same room with me. It's in a different room in the house. So you could basically forget that happened. So right now, what we're looking at, download 34%, restart, download error. This one's in the process of installing, and that one says pending restart. If you want to give it a try, you can go ahead and just hit retry. It's not going to hurt anything or shouldn't hurt anything. But again, sometimes it's better just to let everything else go. If it tells you to restart the computer, and then run the scan again. If it comes up again, retry it again. You're going to want to keep doing this. Okay. Now, if you notice, it's saying pending restart here. This one's saying 54%. This one's still waiting. I have nothing in error. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video and let this run through. All right. So we got the two now saying pending restart. The one is a download error. That's fine. We can go ahead and restart it. And again, because I'm remoted in, it might kick me off. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so we're back. And again, like I said, you're going to want to continue to do this until you do not have any more updates. So we're going to go updates again. We're going to hit retry. And even if the regular updates don't work, we still had the drivers to install. So you're going to keep, like I said, you're going to keep doing this, especially if you haven't been keeping up the maintenance, until you actually get everything up to date. And this is driving me nuts. It keeps popping up. I'm going to end up deleting Teams from the computer. And it takes time. Now, if you notice here, this is a security update for Windows 10. I kind of want it because it's a security update. But if it keeps failing, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to keep going. Take a look at advanced options, because sometimes people don't look at the advanced options. Normally, for Microsoft products, I would always have that checked on. And then we just go back and see how things are doing. Now, why this is scanning and probably will fail, and hopefully I get the option that way I can look at the drivers again. Another thing you got to be very careful with is storage. Now, we're not going to get into the difference between hard drives, solid state drives, NVMEs, and all these other different. It's internal storage. And it just failed. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. So getting back to the storage, when you come here, we're going to click on the folder. We're going to click on this PC, and here's your storage. So I have, it says 237. I have 167 free. Here's where a lot of people get this thing like way off. It's not how many gigs you have left, it's the percentage. You never want to use more than 80 or 85% of your hard drive. So if this was a terabyte, you don't want to use more than 80 to 85%. So that means even if I had 200 gigs remaining, I'm already at the 80%. So it's not how many gigs, it's the percentage. Please keep that in mind. I've had so many of my friends be like, oh, I still have 20 gigs or 100 gigs. I'm fine. And I find out they have like a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte of storage. 100 gigs is not fine if you're dealing with a terabyte or more of storage. Always have free, and they're going to throw it out there, always have free 20% or more percent. Okay. So doesn't look like this update's going to work. Doesn't look like I'm going to get a chance to do any optional updates through here. So far as I'm concerned, I'm going to leave it alone. It's going to fail. Come back next day, next week. Once you have it to the point where actually you scan for an update and it doesn't provide you with anything, not even under like, other updates or anything like that, then you're good. Just go about your business. Don't worry about it. From there, maybe once a month will be good enough for you to come back, revisit this, and check for updates again. Windows, every single month. Second Tuesday of every month, at least that's how it works in the US, they push updates. So every month you will have updates. And I will basically recommend you always install security patches, major updates. If it says something like, trial or anything that is not like an official update, official updates would normally just start updating like this one does. If it's something you have to pick to update, unless you're going from 10 to 11, you might want to avoid those. But that's going to be it for this video. Take care and have a good one.